Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round one of the Die Hard League Challenge that took place on June 24th, 2023. For those of you that don't know, Die Hard League takes place every Thursday starting at 6 p.m. Central at Die Hard Games. More info in the description, and keep an eye on Pokemon's event locator for premier events at Die Hard Games, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, put your thoughts in the comments, and all that other good stuff. But anyways, let's get into the game. All right, so we got some awesome playmats here, and we're going to get this started. Espeon V on the left and Comfey on the right. So I believe it's Shadow Rider versus Lost Zone, Lost Hisuian Goodra, I think. So, starting off with that Battle VIP pass, let's player look through their deck um, for two basic Pokemon, but it can only be used on their first turn. So, very good. That's exactly what you want to see in a Battle VIP deck. Battle VIP on turn one. Maybe two, once or twice, and twice is nice. Get it? But anyways, we are going to use Greninja's ability, discard a basic energy, draw two cards, and look at that, we find the second battle VIP pass. I imagine this might find the second Hisuian Goodra. One Goodra was found, Goodra V, maybe another, but no, the Cramorant. So Goodra's probably safe. I don't think we're gonna get any big KOs on the left-hand side during their first turn at least. So it's okay to just have one out. And then, of course, we want that Cramorant out to start attacking on the second turn. As you know, we can't attack on the first turn. But anyways, Comfey, Flower Selecting, look at the top two cards. Lost Zone, one card, which was an Escape Rope, and keep the other. Switch card is played to bring up the second Comfey, and we're going to do a second Flower Selecting, and Lost Zone, a Chorus. Wow, that had to have been double Chorus. There's no way you get rid of a Chorus unless that other card is super important. But anyways, we attach an energy to Goodra and pass with two cards in the Lost Zone. Not bad. Yep, there we go. Gonna bench a Shadow Rider Calyrex V on the left-hand side here. Let's see, we're gonna want to see more Calyrex V if we can, and I see a Forest Seal Stone. So if they play a Battle VIP pass on the left, I'm not sure if they do or not. They'd be able to instantly find two more Shadow Rider Vs, but I also see two Fog Crystal in hand. So either way, two Shadow Rider Calyrex V are guaranteed if they so desire. So I'm going to play the Fog Crystal, take a look through the deck, and see what we got, what's prized, what we can target with those Fog Crystals, and it looks like at least one Shadow Rider V is going to be found, and there's a second one. Perfect. So I would bet they don't play Battle VIP Pass. So double Fog Crystal is Battle VIP Pass in this instance. So I'm gonna bench the two found Shadow Riders. Let's see. We're gonna want to attach energy if we can. Looks like the Forest Seal Stone is played down. That's unless they're going to use it this turn, that's a little iffy for me because the Lost decks like to play Lost Vacuum, so that could be easily taken off the field before it's used. But we'll see what happens here. Captivating Aroma, roll a die. If heads, we're going to get a evolution Pokemon, and if tails, I think it's a basic. So we probably would have wanted to see to find a basic Pokemon here to get that fourth Shadow Rider V on the field, turn one, but not too bad if it's an evolution Pokemon because you just find the VMAX and you have it in hand for next turn because you want VMAXs on the field. Oh, and we're actually going to find not the Shadow Rider VMAX, but the Espeon VMAX to protect from those effects of attacks, your opponent's effects of attacks, I believe. So we'll have that ready to go for next turn. Maybe would have liked to have seen um, the Shadow Rider get grabbed there, but this should be okay. We're going to attach a basic Psychic Energy to the active Espeon V. Such a cool Pokemon, such a cool card. And while that player's deciding what to do next, I'm going to, whoa, sorry about that, guys. I am going to look and see what this Espeon VMAX does. In the professor's lab, we do our research here. Oh, and then the Iono is played. Each player shuffles the Iono. Each player shuffles their hand, put it at the bottom of their deck, and then draws cards for their remaining prize cards. And let's see what Espeon VMAX does. Espeon VMAX. Ability, Solar Revelation. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon that have energy attached. And it has a solid attack too. So let's go ahead and resolve this Iono while we look at Max Mindstorm, Psychic 2 colorless, 60 times damage for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so pretty solid, maybe not the most efficient against the Lost um, deck, but that's okay because they have low HP, I guess, right? So anyways, play will resume on the lost player's side, the Hisuian Goodra player's side. Attach an energy to Goodra and flower selecting. I'm going to look at the top two cards, keep one of them, and send the other to the lost zone. Get rid of that third Comfey, that's okay. The nice pre-release promo one. We're going to basic switch into the second Comfey and do a second flower selecting. Easy discard that Battle VIP pass, that's useless now. Keep that other card, that other resource. Let's slowly grow that hand. We're going to do Greninja, concealed cards, discard an energy card, and draw two. So we're slowly growing that hand on the lost side to be able, so that way they can do whatever they want, exactly what they want at the right time in the right place. They were here on a Saturday, so I think that was the right place and the right time to be. We're going to play another basic switch into that Cramorant. We have four cards in the Lost Zone, so Cramorant, with its ability, can attack for free. It's going to spit disrespectfully for 110 damage here pretty soon, doing a two-shot on this Espeon V. We're debating on benching another Hisuian Goodra V, but instead we're going to play a Nest Ball. Maybe thin the deck out, find the Hisuian Goodra V that's in deck instead of playing one from hand, or see if there's a better choice. But no card was grabbed, no basic Pokemon was grabbed off of this Nest Ball to be benched. So we'll go ahead and shuffle up. Looks like that Spiritomb. I don't think Spiritomb would have been as useful here. We're going to bench the second Hisuian Goodra V. I do like seeing this here, just in case that one with the energy gets targeted and KO'd on the next turn. You never know what could happen with Underworld doors flying around. But we are going to spit innocently for 110. And now play resumes on the Psychic side. Psychic side, what do we got? Did they draw? I think they did, hopefully. Should remember the draw. We're going to check out our hand. Looks like there's some psychic energy, maybe an escape rope. I can't really see too much of what's going on in there. I see an Ultra Ball, so that's good. At least one Shadow Rider VMAX can be found. Um, and then we could start getting the Underworld door train going. So Ultra Ball, now it's what cards do I discard? I'm going to discard Clara and Worker, two supporters. So if they play, that don't have immediate value right now. So if they play something like Pal Pad to get to shuffle them back in the deck, then this is a perfectly fine play. Reminds me of back in the day with Versus Seeker. It was easy mode discarding your supporters with Ultra Ball when Versus Seeker was around, because Versus Seeker lets you get a supporter card from your item. It's an item card that lets you get a supporter card from your discard and put it in your hand. Those were the days, right? Anyways, we're going to find a Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, and I imagine an evolution is going to happen. Oh, not before we play the Pow Pad. Like I said, shuffle those up to two supporter cards from your discard to your deck. So that Ultra Ball is totally free. The Ultra Ball cost one Pow Pad. Very efficient play going on here at Die Hard Games. This is what we like to see. This is why we play the game. We play Pokemon to get lucky. We play Pal Pad to shuffle supporters, and we are going to evolve into Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, the one with the stone. and going to use that V-Star power from the Forest Seal Stone to search for any one card. And the most majestic Dedenne has been found. Dedenne EX, 170 HP EX Pokemon with Tail Swap, 2 Psychic Energy, move all damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. So a pretty good late game Pokemon in this deck. Also a solid attacker with a second attack for 170 for 3. Going to attach Underworld Door to that the Dene, draw 2 cards, and activate cap capturing Aroma, flipped heads. So we find an evolution Pokemon. That's exactly what we want to see. Find that second Calyrider uh, Shadow Rider, Calyrex VMAX to evolve one of the bench ones too, and hopefully we have more psychic energy in hand or ways to find it, so that way we can keep the underworld doors going. Let's see, instant evolution. Is the Espeon VMAX still in hand? Anyways, there's a second basic psychic attached to that, the Dene, and drawing 2 cards thanks to the underworld door ability. Let's see, we just want to find more Calyrex. We're going to play that Skater's Park down. When you retreat, put the basic energy into your hand instead of the discard. We're going to find a Fog Crystal, or we're going to play a Fog Crystal to find either a basic Psychic energy or a basic Psychic Pokemon. Maybe we could find that other Calyrex V, the fourth one, if it's in the deck. Um, I guess you could find an energy, a basic psychic energy to manually attach to that Dedenne, and then we could start swinging for 170. Oh, there is, yeah, we could actually, oh no, we're gonna find that baby Galarian Moltres. Articuno, baby Galarian Articuno. I keep mixing those up. So the Dedenne can actually use Tail Swap to move the damage counters from the Espeon if it retreats to the bench. Yeah, so it's going to retreat. Energy goes to the hand thanks to Skater's Park. We're going to bench the Galarian Moltres, then with its ability, attach 2 Psychic Energy. Oh, fuck you. 2 Psychic Energy to it when you put it on the bench, and perfect research. I would have loved to have seen a high five or a fist bump or something, happen with that. That was a beautiful turn right there. And we're going to evolve into the Espeon VMAX, giving it more HP. What else do we want? More Shadow Rider VMAXs to keep developing the board. Looks like we're going to manually attach to the Shadow Rider, and we are going to do Tail Swap. Move all damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. So Kale, the that was spit disrespectfully if I've ever seen it myself. Anyways, play resumes on the lost side. We are going to do the flower selecting. We're going to discard an energy with concealed cards to draw 2 cards with that Greninja ability. We got 5 cards in the Lost Zone, not quite the 7 Mirage Gate magic number zone, but we're getting there. Oh, there we go. Chorus does it. Course experiment. Look at or draw 5 cards. Keep 3 of them and put the other 2 in the lost zone. So that will bring us up to the 7 cards required for Mirage Gate. Now we just need a Mirage Gate, a Hisuian Goodra V-Star, and a way to get active. I guess we don't need the Mirage Gate. We just need the correct energy to attach for the 3rd energy required for Hisuian Goodra's V-Star's Rolling Iron attack. But yeah, here we go. We're debating which cards to get rid of from this chorus to Lost Zone forever. Looks like one face down is easy mode choice, and the other we're debating on. Better look through Lost Zone, look through the discard, and let's see, we got rid of Ultra Ball, and I think that was Zamazenta. That makes sense to play in this deck with the Steel Energy. But looks like not to keep over those 3 cards, so they must have been pretty important. But what is important is we got the 7 cards in the Lost Zone, so we could start using that powerful Mirage Gate item card. Ultra Ball is going to get rid of Comfey. We already have 2 on the board, so I guess we really don't need another one down right now. I think the other one was Lost Zoned, so they're just gone. And we're going to get rid of one of those Mirage Gates, interesting, with the Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball, though, is going to find the main attacker of this deck, Hisuian Goodra V-Star. Hisuian Goodra V-Star's Rolling Iron does, for 3 energy, combo of Steel and Water, 200 damage, and Hisuian Goodra V-Star takes 80 less damage the next turn. Since that ability, I think, so see here, we have to be careful how it interacts with the Espeon VMAX's ability, depending on who's targeted, which Pokemon's targeted. Ooh, and we are going to attach that Jet Energy to become active. I think, let's, in the professor's lab, we're going to do a little bit of research here. Hisuian Goodra, yep, V-Star. Yep, during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. So the Espeon VMAX's ability would not does not come into play here. But anyways, Hisuian Goodra, Rolling Iron, knock out that Dedenne, take 2 prizes, and now Hisuian Goodra takes 80 less damage from attacks. The tankiest, one of the tankiest piles of goo I've ever seen. And now, who do we promote? Looks like, yeah, Artic the Articuno's ready to attack with one more attachment, and it could do 120 to your opponent's board somewhere. But we're going to start with an Underworld door attached to the bench, draw 2 cards. Another Underworld door attached to the bench, draw 2 cards. So now that Calyrex Shadow Rider VMAX is powered up and ready to go. That attack does more and more damage based off of how much psychic energy is on your side of the field. We're going to do a basic switch into the Calyrex, and we're going to swing hard. Maybe would like to see the uh, Articuno attack and at least take another prize, because I don't think we're knocking out this Goodra, especially with the damage reduction of 80. But this is okay. I mean, either way, we got to go through it somehow, I think, and might as well get started. You're not getting one shot back, so it's probably okay to do the trade this way. We're going to Ultra Ball 2 Psychic Energy away, excuse me, to search for any Pokemon. We're going to find the third VMAX, Shadow Rider. I believe it can evolve this turn, but just sequencing things correctly and adding it to the hand and then deciding what to do with it after the fact. So yeah, that's a lot of Psychic starting to pile up in that discard. We're going to evolve, and I think we have another Underworld door incoming. I'm going to attach to a bench VMAX and draw 2 cards. Such a nice thing to see when this deck is up and running. And we are going to play the Iono. Each player shuffles their hand, puts it at the bottom of their deck, and draws cards for how many remaining prize cards they have. Lost player gets 4, Psychic player gets 5. Card advantage is big in card games, as you guys already know, I think. If not, that's why you come to the professor's lab to learn little nuggets of wisdom like that. Drawing cards is good, cards advantage, depending on what card game. If you're playing Uno, then, you want to get rid of cards in that game. Or Crazy Eights. But anyways, let's get back to the Pokemon card game. We played the Iono. What do we want here? Just to attach more and more energy, beef up that attack. With the straightening of the cards, it looks like we're going to swing 100, and then 30, so 160. I'm going to swing for 160 minus 80, right, because of Rolling Iron. Looks like things paused there, but no, they were just being very still and thinking. Our players here, they are determined, they're focused, they are ready to go. So yeah, 160 and then just 80. Very painful damage reduction there. That 80 makes such a big difference. Oh wait, it looks like there's another energy I missed. So 100, 60, 70, 80, 90. 190 minus 80, so 110. Is that another disrespectfully spit innocently number? We'll see here when they lay out the die. We'll count the pips on the die or the numbers. We got the fancy numbers now, and 110, I believe that says. So play resumes on the lost player's side, the Hisuian Goodra V-Star. I forgot about the V-Star ability. Hisuian Goodra V-Star. Moisture Star, heal all damage from this Pokemon. So I believe we got a Moisture Star incoming. Yeah, you do want to use it now because we can ramp damage on the Psychic player's side to get over the hump. And we're not necessarily doing 110 again next turn after a Rolling Iron. So I think you've got to heal, use your V Star this turn. Looks like we Mirage Gate, and we're going to attach 2 energy from deck because we have the required number of cards in the Lost Zone to that bench Hisuian Goodra V. Get it ready to go for whenever it's turn to attack. We're going to play the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Look at your prizes. Put any basic Pokemon you find there into your hand. Any one basic Pokemon you find there into your hand. And if you do, shuffle the Hisuian Heavy Ball into the prizes, but it looks like there was no basic chosen there, so the Hisuian Heavy Ball goes straight to the discard. We are going to attach a Jet Energy to the Comfey, so that way it can become active, and we can activate Flower Selecting to continue to grow our hand size and look at Lost Zone more cards. So yep, we had the discard or Lost Zone of Psychic Energy, but the second Hisuian Goodra was found. It was very nice to find it that way and give it more HP, evolve up from the V to give it more HP. Uh, so, because you know the psychic player can definitely ramp up um, the damage out of nowhere thanks to the Underworld Door ability. But it looks like we then retreated with the Comfey. Now we're debating on using that V-Star power ability. I think we do here because the Psychic player can ramp up damage. Um, so yep, looks like all the damage was healed with the Moisture Star, V-Star power. And now there's probably nothing else to do but to swing with Rolling Iron for 200 and also take 20 damage or 80 damage less next turn. So that's exactly what's happening. Got to find those 200s and pop them on there. So now we're going to need lots of psychic energy to get over the hump, and I'm not sure if there's enough in there to knock out this active Goodra. Now we can do some boss's orders plays and bring up the bench one, because then that one would not have the damage reduction from Moisture Star or from Rolling Iron. Yep. But we're going to need on the left a bunch of Psychic Energy and the boss's orders. But it looks like the Clara is played instead, so no boss's orders, just another swing turn. Going to add that the Dene EX and 2 Psychic Energy back to the hand thanks to Clara, the supporter for turn. Going to bench the Dene EX and Underworld Doors incoming. Underworld Door attached to the bench. Calyrex VMAX, draw 2 cards. Uh, be aware of the amount of cards left in deck with the Underworld Door. We don't want to deck ourselves out. Going to do a second Underworld Door attached to the bench VMAX while we take a read at the Den AX and draw 2 cards. So okay, we're getting a bunch of psychic energy down. As we know, it probably won't be enough to take the one shot on this active Hisuian Goodra V Star. Um, but it's a start. You got to do what you can. You got to just start swinging. We're going to do a third underworld door to the Dedenne, and now the Dedenne can move some damage off. Yeah, let's see. Move all damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's the way to get around the Rolling Iron, because we're not doing attack damage. We're just moving damage counters. So it looks like we manually attach the Dedenne. This is very good. This can put 200 damage on that active Hisuian Goodra V-Star, and I'm liking the Dene in this deck. Let's see if the player recognizes the Dene play. Yeah, they're thinking, they're like, man, I just don't have enough to one-shot you. Let's do some math here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Think it's doing, yeah, that's doing 310. 310 damage minus 80. is 230. Ugh. So yes, I really want to see the Shadow Rider retreat, go to the bench, promote the active Dedenne, and then if I'm thinking correctly, you can use Tail Swap, move all damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. Yep, and Hisuian Goodra says during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from attacks. So since we're not doing attack damage, it would take the full 200 and it would heal that Shadow Rider. Yes, okay, that's okay. At least we put the damaged Shadow Rider on the bench, so that's good. We're gonna swing with the other, the clean, the healed, the fully healed VMAX for 230, I believe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 times 10 is 300 plus 10, 310 minus 80, 230 to that Hisuian Goodra. How did we retreat? Did we do a switch? Yep. So yes, we could have swung with the Dedenne and healed the board if I'm thinking correctly, and it would have took the full 200 damage, not minus 80, because we're just moving damage counters, not doing attack damage. But that's okay. That's why they're the players, and I'm sitting here recording audio over their video. So we will see how this game resolves. Boss's orders. Bring up that. You pointed right to it. Bring up that damaged Shadow Rider. And it would be very nice if we can attack with the uh, Hisuian Goodra V-Star that has no damage, but that's okay. This Goodra has taken lots of prizes, so it's good to go for its value in this game. Take the KO on the VMAX, draw 3 prizes, promote the VMAX. So now let's see what our Shadow Rider can do. They're going to play the most beautiful Superior, the Superior Energy Retrieval. Discard 2 cards and add up to 4 basic energy from your discard to your hand. You cannot add any energy you discard in this way to use the effect of this card, but there's plenty of energy in that discard that we can grab 4 of them from. 1 left over, and so now we can do at least 2 underworld, or yeah, only 2 this turn, underworld doors. But that's good. Flood the board, and I think we've got the KO on the active Goodra. Underworld door to the benched Shadow Rider. And is that the second underworld door? Have they been drawing cards for that? I missed it. I'm too lazy to rewind it, but I'll trust that they did for the first one, and I've seen them do it for the second one. So yeah, let's see. We just want to just build our board and swing. We're gonna play a worker, get rid of that Skaters Park, and draw 3 cards. Discard a stadium, draw 3 cards, and discard a stadium and play. I think is how that one goes. So they're trying to deny their opponent use of that Skaters Park as well. And yeah, we just want to flood the board. Maybe get another flood the board with energy. Maybe we want to get another V down, a Shadow Rider V. Manually attached to that VMAX on the bench. And then are we just swinging here? I think we got the KO. We got 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's plenty to take the KO here. Knockout. Swinging with Max Geist. Man, I missed that attack. We're going to the lost player is going to promote the Compe. And let's see, boss's orders and energy on Goodra. That's on the bench. And then it, of course, has to become active. Wins the game. We just need 1 prize. We can also boss up that Articuno, just for 1 prize. But we're going to start with Nestball. Nestball is going to find, the Sableye. And Sableye needs 10 in the Lost Zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 right now in the Lost Zone. But if there's 10 for 1 Psychic, it can place 12 damage counters on the opponent's side of the field, however they want. And I'm guessing that Articuno has 120 HP. So this could also win the game. Boss's orders was played. Usually the Lost Zone decks play low boss order count, so I wouldn't be surprised if they only played 1. So Sableye is the way to do it if they can, as long as the Galarian Articuno has 120 HP. That's on the bench. So yeah, we just need psychic energy, and while they're debating, I'm gonna go ahead and look up Galarian Articuno, see how much HP it has. It does indeed have 120 HP, so flower selecting is going to find psychic energy, and it's going to get another card in the lost zone. So now we have nine, I believe. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. We're going to play a switch card to go to that other Comfey, and that will get the 10 now. So now we just need flower selecting, psychic energy, and way to get Sableye active. Looks like we're close the way those cards are being tapped right there. Going to Lost Zone, the Super Rod. Maybe. Maybe. Because we don't, we could end the game right now, and then we don't need Super Rod unless there's no Psychic Energy in the discard. We're going to go ahead and count up the Lost Zone, but I'm pretty sure we've got the 10 now. Looks like they might be moving a little bit quicker, so they must see and have game. We'll find out here in the professor's lab. Yeah, we just need that psychic energy and a way to become active, and we could put 12 damage counters on the Articuno. So there's the way to become active. Escape rope. Your opponent promotes a Pokemon, and you do the same. We attach. Oh, there's the second boss. Is that the second boss's orders? Attach an energy to Hisuian Goodra to power it up. Boss's orders on the Galarian Articuno and Rolling Iron for 200 takes the last prize. Very good game. Very good game. I did enjoy watching this one too. But it doesn't matter what I think. What do you guys think? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.